Absurd. Absurd is the one way I can sum this argument up very well, because what we have here is Mr. Chomsky saying that porn is exploitative of women. And first he uses the whole wage slave argument against it, that, women are forced somehow. I don't know how, but, men are forced just as much to do things for money because our society relies on money, and, you need money to eat and whatnot. Okay, but, you can say the same thing about a gas station clerk, or, a mechanic or a carpenter. You can say the same thing about anything. That's not an argument against porn. Um, the very fact that amateur porn exists and homemade porn exists proves this argument totally false. I mean, people make porn because they want to. People watch porn because generally they want to. I don't know many people who are forced to watch it. I don't even know many people who are forced to make it. There's a lot of faked scenes and stuff like that. Every single one I've watched has been faked. I've never seen a forced one, and the people who do force those things are usually put in jail for a very long period of time. Um, there's nothing. Those people are a very, very, very small minority in the community, and I can tell you that personally by having been there for years. I mean, this was the sexual freedom was the reason I became a capital L libertarian, originally, in addition to the drug war. It seems to me that kind of political bias is why a lot of these, whatever you want to call them, Marxist feminists, whatever, are coming out against these things like pornography and prostitution, because libertarians like them. Because I don't think it's any coincidence that the essay I read, The Death of Politics by Karl Hess, first appeared in Playboy in 1969. And, even George Carlin was on Playboy After Dark, and that one of my clips I favorited when he died. Playboy's always been very libertarian. The whole thing's libertarian. It's about freedom. And, the most exploitation that occurs is in its marketing. And the marketing is directed at men. I think that men are exploited by porn just as much, if not more, than women. Not just in its production. Yeah, there's videos of men being exploited too. Um, so it would seem to me that this then falls on, then the people who want to do this have some kind of mental disorder. At least that's the argument I was given in this little video. And that's just ridiculous. To say first off that this reinforces the roles of society, and using, some kind of argument that goes counter to society, trying to break the societal norms, and then you invoke societal norms in the form of these mental disorders and what are they called? What the fuck do they call them? Mental illnesses. Um, in its defense, give me a break. That's what's used to keep people in line. That's what's used to subjugate people and, force people into being cogs in a machine, like Mr. Chomsky says. So, it would seem to me that this argument rests upon really a desire to enforce morality on others. And that's the reason I became an anarchist, to get away from using politics to enforce morality. And so to say that this is some kind of moral high ground, or that this is somehow exploitative of women when they choose to do it, especially in the amateur community and homemade community. I can tell you about, if you want to message me, or write me or whatever, I'll be more than happy to tell you where these communities are. I just don't want to say it here. I don't want the video flagged. And if you think I'm some kind of big bad male or some kind of patriarchal alpha guy or whatever, and you think I'm whatever, I don't know what the hell these people think, but don't flag this video. That'll just prove me right that socialists don't care about freedom of speech. Flame me in the comments below, make a video response calling me a big-headed, penis or whatever. I don't know. Don't flag the video. Give me a break. It would seem to me that these arguments propping up now against pornography and against prostitution are just because libertarians advocate them. You can't stop people from, if you believe in a free society anyway, you can't stop people from engaging in consensual activity, and that's what I'm talking about. The use of things for profit. I'm against that too. But I'm against that in everything, and socialists aren't. They use Apple computers, for fuck's sake. The most subjugative hardware that you can buy. I don't hear them talking about open source. So I think I hit everything already. I've reshot this video several times because I want to get it right. And this whole societal norms bullshit. I'm a stay-at-home dad, and I can't tell you how much that's looked down on. I'm sitting here watching my kid, and people think I'm some kind of scumbag or whatever, some kind of do-nothing whatever. And, it's okay for women to do that, but if a man does it, he must be like a freeloader or something like that. I don't think a lot of these feminists have ever spent any time in the real world. So, just the very nature of the fact that there is a huge demand for pornography, the fact that it dictates what formats get approved and what doesn't. We wouldn't even be talking here on the internet if it weren't for people's desire to see and produce pornography. Most of the stuff on the internet is amateur produced, or very produced on a very small scale. And to say it's not is a lie. You don't know the nature of the internet. I remember back when I would tell people I used the internet, and people would think all I did was look at porn all day, when it wasn't. But that's what people thought. And if it weren't for the fact that so many people look at it, we wouldn't. Hell, webcam technology. Why do you think the webcams got so big? Maybe not YouTube specifically, because YouTube specifically was created to share cell phone clips. But the rest of the entire media market, has been propagated by pornography and by the demand for pornography. Everything else followed. Same thing with VHS, same thing with DVD, same thing will happen with Blu-ray. I think they're already starting to make porn on Blu-rays, aren't they? I don't know. So yeah, and I've personally known women who I've introduced to some of these amateur communities, and who have gotten a lot of self-esteem and have been liberated by knowing that people do find them attractive, and that they can find people who are attractive. Yeah, there's assholes. There's assholes here, who call me, I get called a pussy cock-sucking faggot for what I say about Batman. So yeah, once they get past, the fact that you're on the internet and people can flame on you, it's very liberating, and it's very, for the women that like to do it, they love it, because they like that. And I'd be happy to bring my wife on here and have her talk if you don't want to listen to me, because maybe I have a penis and that disqualifies me from talking about sex, although I don't think it does, which is why I'm going to make the video and post it anyway. So yeah, I'd be happy to bring my wife up, and she'll probably say a lot, she'll probably say it a lot more forcefully. I usually defer to her on most feminist issues anyway, and she, usually sounds like more of a, patriarch than I do. So, and the horse shit about, women who have everything provided to them. Yeah, we have everything provided to us. Yeah, we scrape the fuck by every damn month and can't afford to pay our bills. Yeah, we have everything provided to us. Yeah, it's fucking horse shit, man, these feminists. So, yeah, the very fact that there is amateur porn proves this wrong.